Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm George. I'm 37 years old. I'm married with 3 kids and a dog called Hamish. I've worked for Sonsei for about a year now. Prior to that, I worked for 7 years in the insurance sector, and prior to that, 7 years odd in the retail sector. My hobbies include playing guitar when I can, or trying to at least, doing my degree, studying for that, and spending a lot of time with my kids, really.
What made you want to work from home?
Well, prior to this, I worked in a pretty high-pressured environment, in an office as well. And I kept finding that the hours were extremely long, and I was getting passed over for promotion. When I started digging into this, the reason I was primarily getting passed over was because I didn't have a degree. So what spurred this whole scenario was I went to go look into how I could enhance my career prospects. I found that I could do an open university course. When I tried to do this combined with working in the office and travelling and all the long hours, it turned out to be very, very difficult. And my family weren't really getting the time they deserved with me. So what I did was I found was working from home gave me that flexibility to balance studying, working and spending a lot of time with my family.
How did you come to join Sonsei?
Well, as I was saying earlier, my wife had some experience working from home for a slightly different company. And I was doing a lot of research online and I saw Sonsei and their ethos and their sort of branding spoke to me, and I thought this could be a company that would be good for me. So therefore I put in my application, went through the process and signed up, and been with them ever since.
What is your job?
I'm very fortunate to have secured a position as a team leader within Sonsei. I basically lead a team of 14 agents to deliver exceptional customer services. It's a key skill of mine, as I mentioned before, being in this sector, delivering customer service for many, many years. It's also great to have that opportunity to help guys grow through performance reviews, through development plans, and it's a real willingness to help other people is a primary driver of mine. So I find that this role as team leader fits me down to a T.
What do you love about being a home-based team leader?
Well, I'll break that down into 2 sections. Firstly, I love being a team leader because I love helping the group to develop. But being a home-based team leader brings a whole new set of benefits. I have a lot more flexibility to do what I want to do in life. I can play the guitar, I can spend time towards my degree, spend more time with my family. So it gives you a lot of freedom to do those other things that normally when you're commuting to work or you're stuck in an office for a long period of time, you don't find the freedom to do those aspects. So my role is quite rewarding. I have that flexibility, and I also still get to deliver on key things that make a difference to me, such as helping people and developing people.
What do you love about the brand you work for?
Well, I'm very fortunate. I've actually got a past history with this brand. I worked for them directly before in the past. They have a very good ethos and I believe a core belief in doing what's right with the customer. That to me is very important. The type of products they sell are very important to families, and as a father of 3 children, that means a lot to me. So I like working for this brand because it makes me feel like I'm actually making a difference to people's lives. And by delivering that exceptional customer service, I know that the brand's successful, I'm successful in doing, and what we're doing actually makes a difference.
Is there anything that took you a while to get used to?
Yes, absolutely. I think a lot of people might mistake working from home as something that's going to be an easy job to do. In fact, it's quite the reverse. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of planning. I think planning and organising your time is absolutely essential when you're a home agent. Try and find that balance between when you're going to be working, when you're going to do the other things that you want in life. Organise. It has to be very, very organised. You have to be a very committed person, someone who will step away and say, I'm now in my office, I'm now working. And that's something that if you've worked in an office environment for a long time, can be very different, quite hard to get used to when you first start working from home.
What can you advise prospective home agents?
I'd probably advise them it's going to be a very different environment to what they're used to. It'll take a bit of getting used to in the beginning. You need to be able to cope with pressure. When we are working, it is very busy. And I think a lot of people don't expect that when they first start working from home. You need to be able to flip that mind switch from you're not at home, you're in your office, you're working. Get used to being in your own space, around yourself without other people around you. It can be quite a difference from if you've worked in an office environment or in a retail environment. Sometimes it feels a bit isolated, but Sonsei do a lot to make sure you don't feel isolated during work. And a lot of planning and organising. For example, with myself studying, I have to really carefully plan out how much time am I committing to work, how much time am I committing to my studies, and how much time then is left for my family to enjoy me.
Would you ever go back to working in an office?
First response that jumps into my head is no. I don't foresee that in the future. However, that said, you never know what the future is going to bring, what opportunities are around the corner. So I wouldn't say no definitely, but certainly very, very comfortable and happy in what I'm doing at the moment. So for the foreseeable future, definitely not.